If what you're doing with your business to make money makes it less simple or doesn't keep it as simple as it was for your customers as things previously were with your business, you're doing it wrong. Obviously, I'm not one of those corporate executives making the big bucks to determine what customers want and don't want and what can help please them the best and whatnot, and frankly, I don't want to be. But I have worked for quite a few years in retail now. I've spent a lot of time actually thinking about and paying attention to what customers actually, what people think about when they go into a store and how various policies and company procedures affects their shopping experience. And as a, customer to stores myself, I also think about how I feel in those circumstances, especially since at most of the places I've worked, I was a customer there first, and thinking how just randomly walking in the store and being shoved down my throat new policies and things would make me feel as a customer. A lot of what, at least where I work at the moment, is focusing on is about making money. That's the point of a business, and specifically making more money by attaching items to a specific purchase. Now, that would not be a problem overall. I understand that. However, I feel like they're going about it the wrong way. The purchase that they're specifically going after, it's basically increasing how much money they're making on top of the purchase of a computer. Now, due to whatever odd or shady or whatever business practices that the company has, we don't really profit from just simply selling a computer, which doesn't make any sense and is kind of really stupid. But allegedly they buy computers at the price the manufacturer makes them pay, and so it's actually pretty drastic for them to even be able to run sales on it. I'm not sure I believe that, and if that's true, then something's wrong with the way they're dealing with vendors, but whatever. But so the end goal is to attach as many extra products to it as possible to make up some of their money and, to actually make money on the sale. Recently, apparently, at least for my store or my district or the company on the whole, even though mobile sales are doing ridiculously well and that's what makes buku-doodles of money apparently, we're not making enough money attaching, we're not doing a good enough job attaching extra items onto computers. Okay, I would see wanting to increase this, and I understand that's a direct approach and a logical conclusion to make. However, typically, especially in our area and our store and things like that, buying a computer is a pretty hefty purchase. Why not go after the people purchasing smaller things? Oh, you're buying this, maybe you probably need this and this. Oh, you're buying a computer, you're probably, in most cases, you're barely able to pay for that computer as it is. You're buying the cheapest computer we have because that's all you can afford and we have a decent sale and you've been saving up your money for it. Let's try to shove Office and mice and routers in. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it ever works. Instead, oh look, you're buying this overpriced mouse. Maybe you also need this. Maybe we can try to sell you this. If you're buying one thing, buy more things. Not you're buying some of the most expensive stuff we sell in the store. Let's try to shove more stuff down your throat. That's not how it works. Okay, get past that. Every store's going to try to sell you stuff, not a big deal. What they're actually making us do is before we can go get the computer to give it to a customer who's wanting to buy it with their money right now, we have to fill out a form with questions that we would ask the customer about their wants and needs and basically profile them to try to sell them extra stuff. This is going to waste their time. This is going to waste their patience, their energy. It's going to waste our time, patience, and energy. And on busy days when we're selling a lot of stuff and we just need to go grab a computer, it's not going to work out. It's going to make customers very impatient, probably very angry. It's going to slow down the whole process, which frankly gets ridiculously slow as is. And it's just, instead of increasing our basket of how many items we're attaching with computers, frankly, I think it's just going to decrease computer sales. Simply because we're just going to get too many customers fed up and they're just going to leave or something. And that happens from time to time. We typically try to avoid it, but it's inevitable, especially when we're as low staffed as I feel we are for the ideal presence that, all the training and a logical person would think you would need in a store. We have not enough people, in my opinion. At least at certain times. At other times, we have way too many. And I guess that's kind of the unpredictability of retail. But when someone just wants to come in and buy a computer, they're already set on a decision. Sitting there and asking them a bunch of questions, especially since we literally have to write it on the form, so we're basically writing it down in front of them. That, like, if someone was doing that when I was trying to buy a computer from them, I don't think I would buy a computer from them. And that's my issue with a lot of things we do here, is it's stuff that I would not want to do as a customer. And so as someone working with the customers, that's not something I'm going to enforce on a customer. It's just bullshit. But, I mean, the key thing is it's making it harder for the customers. And I feel like everything they roll out is making it harder and less simple for customers. And that's not customer service. That is the opposite of customer service. You want great customer service, no matter how polite or happy or whatever your customer service people are or how low your prices are. If you make it simple, great customer service. That's all people care about for the most part. I mean, obviously, if you have a bunch of assholes selling products, it doesn't matter how simple it is. People are still going to get mad. But if you have a really simple process, everybody wins. Changing to the opposite of that, everybody loses.